IgniteIt Chicago. Really excited. I have my good friend Sandra Bergman here. And excited to ask you the question I've been asking everyone. So, what do you know now that you wish you knew when you started in cannabis?
So I think, well, there's a lot of things, but I think the biggest thing that stands out is how scrappy you have to be. And especially since I do marketing and regulations are all over the map and they change at a moment's notice. Like, I had no idea. So I came into cannabis in 2019, right? COVID came around 2020. And to have the medical enforcement division come in and drop down regulations during COVID for curbside pickup and digital payment and all that at 5 p.m. 5 p.m. at the end of the day, right? And I'm like, why can't we do that at 8 a.m.? So we have some time. So just the amount of pivoting that you have to do. And I think people that have been in cannabis for a long time, that's just part of, that's how business is. And especially with the struggle with legalization and all that, like that was really commonplace for people. But coming from outside the industry and coming in, that really surprised me. Like, I expected there to be more structure, more process, and that's why I actually chose to go into like a larger dispensary chain, because I thought there would be those things, but there really wasn't. But on the flip side, there's a lot of room for creativity and problem solving. So if you're a person who likes structure and rigidness, like this is how we do things, that's not cannabis, right? So being flexible is key.
Absolutely. Yeah. I totally agree with that. And I'm the same way. I'm like, I don't want any structure. I love problem solving challenges, but boy, do we have a challenge on our hands. So absolutely.
Yeah. And it actually showed me that I do well too without structure. Like, I can thrive in that environment. Whereas I thought, no, I really need that more. I'm not sure I do.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You sure are. Well, thank you so much, Sandra. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
I'm IgniteIt here at IgniteIt Chicago. Really excited. I have my good friend T from T's Tea here with me.
Hello.
Cheers. We got some nice tea we're drinking today, and really excited to ask you the question that I've been asking everyone. So what do you know now that you wish you knew when you started in cannabis?
Honestly, being an entrepreneur, I found in the beginning, I thought you had to do everything yourself, but what I know now is you need your community, you need your village to succeed in this industry or any industry.
Absolutely. And we have our village.
Yes.
I love it. Yes. Community and cannabis go hand in hand.
Yes. Especially, I really like the women in the space because we uplift each other, we help each other, and it's just amazing.
Absolutely, and we're here in the Smoke Show booth, and what I like to say, there are two things that are important for cannabis: normalization and women, and that's what Smoke Show is all about.
You're right on that one. Cheers on that.
Cheers. Thank you, T.
No worries.
I'm IgniteIt here at IgniteIt Chicago. Really excited. I have Lauren Rudick here with me, and I'm excited to ask you the question I've been asking everyone. So what do you know now that you wish you knew when you started in cannabis?
Well, I recognize I've been in the industry since 2009 as a patient advocate. I came to the industry through my mother's end-of-life care, but I really didn't start taking this seriously from a legal perspective in my practice until 2014, 2015. And if I could tell myself something now, then, that I wish I knew then, is how important those early relationships are, and those very first meetings, and the networking that came out of those first conferences, and those first gatherings. What we learned is the industry grew very quickly, and those first relationships really, helped at least my career grow exponentially. I feel like from that trajectory, I'm maybe one or two connections away from anyone I really need to talk to in the industry. And so I even could have been less selective even in those early years with who I spent my time with if I had known how valuable each and every one of those early relationships are to me now. So I'm very grateful for those early relationships and friendships, and I look forward to meeting more people.
Oh my gosh, I love that so much. The degrees of separation are not that great in cannabis. We need to be really thoughtful with our relationships and use them to our advantage. Absolutely. Thank you so much.
Of course. Thank you for having me.
I'm Dina Naguib here at IgniteIt Chicago. Really excited. I have Ariel Omarzu here with me, and I want to ask you the question that I've been asking everyone. So, what do you know now that you wish you knew when you started in cannabis?
Oh man, there's so many things. I think that's what makes it really difficult to answer these questions because it's one of those fields that it just constantly changing. I wish I knew that. I knew that it's always going to be changing. But for my big one, I think was that I'm a mom, and I got started back in 2018 with our company, and I had this expectation of it being something a little bit more taboo than it ended up being. We have this idea in our heads of like the general cannabis user being someone that's like you know, Henny, and those people do exist, and I love them so much. Like they're a phenomenal group of people, but there's also a lot of like professionals and people making laws and movers that utilize cannabis. They just don't talk about it because it is a little bit taboo. And that knowledge that like me being who I am, able to like support the plant and then help people be a little bit more comfortable with being open about it, and us making laws and helping change those things. Like I said, I am from the state of Tennessee. It's a very conservative state. You just wouldn't have those expectations. That I always say that cannabis is as bipartisan as Dolly Parton. Like everybody loves it, right?
I love that.
They do though. She can skirt whatever side and cannabis isn't red or blue. It's green. And I think the more people that understand that and are telling other people about how it's helping them or supporting them, the more that stigma gets broken down. And I just did not expect it to be such a open arms thing. Like I thought it was going to be something I had to hide out a little bit more. So, but yeah, I'm all about it. I'm usually decked out. I got you guys.
Yes,
this
smoke
cute
show. We're here in the
purchase.
smoke show booth.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I'm going to take this to the Hemp Beverage Expo in Austin and wear it.
Yes, oh my gosh. And being in Tennessee, normalization is so important, and being a mom, and I just thank you for everything that you're doing. Thank you so much.
Oh, thank you so much. Yeah.
All right. I'm Dina Naguib here at IgniteIt Chicago. Really excited. I have Molly Fisher here, and I want to ask you the question that I've been asking everyone. So, what do you know now that you wish you knew when you started in cannabis?
I wish I knew that it wasn't about how much THC I'm ingesting, and it's about what my body needs. And I can actually, I'm a mom, I'm a performer, I'm a teacher, and I can utilize cannabis to elevate my life and not to, I don't drink alcohol anymore. I'm very aware of what I'm putting into my body at this time of my life. And I'm finding I have more energy and more desire for life. And that can happen if you get to know your strains. If you get to know, it's not just indica or sativa. It's what are the terpenes that are in, people just take cannabis and say like, oh, I don't like cannabis. It's like, well, you've got to actually understand what are you putting into your body. So that means trying new things. That means trying new things at different times of the day, trying different amounts. Something that I would think before, oh, that won't do anything for me. Actually, long term, like, it's very nice. Another thing that I wish I would have known is that CBD is very powerful. It's not like, it's real. It has its benefits. And I just kind of dismissed it before. I was like, oh, it's not going to get me high. But it will make me more comfortable.
Yeah.
And so that's kind of what I wish I knew, was that it's an industry that is actually, it's meant to bring you to be more present in life and not meant to be an escape of experience.
I love that. Yeah, I mean, with the entourage effect, with all the different cannabinoids, absolutely. It's not just like knock us out, most THC, but what does my body really
What
need?
does my body need? And I associate cannabis, when we were younger, we were seeing those, like the flat girl, like sitting on the couch, like not able to move. And I remember in college, like, just being like completely, but understanding and trying different doses and not judging an experience based off of one type of cannabis, but being curious has been very helpful.
I love that. Thank you so much, Molly.
Thank you for taking the time to talk to me.
I'm Dina Naguib here at IgniteIt Chicago. Really excited to ask Dominique White the question that I've been asking everyone. So, what do you know now that you wish you knew when you started in cannabis?
Gosh, cannabis has been so strict with the compliance laws. So for me, I wish I would have known that there are so many compliance laws that will change, and you have to have the ability to be really flexible. In the beginning, started planning out years and the end part of the year or next year we're going to do this. And my company's really found a lot of success in looking forward, but not as far forward. So, the next quarter, the next 2 quarters, the holidays that are approaching, really finding how we can impact our business in that way and staying with the ability to be flexible and pivot. Our teams, we have to train them on the fly to, not only know and understand the compliance laws, but also have an understanding of that can change tomorrow at the snap of a finger. So our teams have been really, really gifted in finding the black and white within the gray area and figuring out how we can pivot, what things we can do to continue to benefit our customers. And that's what keeps them coming back to us.
Oh my gosh,
Yes.
Cannabis is all about pivoting and those gray areas. And yeah, I've never heard that before, but find the black and white within the gray.
Absolutely. That's been how we've maintained our success and really found a loyal group of customers that customers are not loyal to one specific brand. They're loyal to what's the most affordable, what's the most convenient for me to shop. So for us, we've really found a lot of success in pivoting, being flexible, keeping our customers loyal to the Ivy Hall brand by just keeping all of that top of mind.
All right. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
I'm Dina Naguib here at IgniteIt Chicago. Really excited. I have Max Juhasz, and I'm going to ask you the question I've been asking everyone. So, what do you know now that you wish you knew when you started in cannabis?
That basically the cannabis industry moves at the speed of technology and legislation and regulation. And what worked last year is not the same thing as what's working right now. And what's happening, what's going to be working in 6 months is not going to be what's working right now. So assuming that everybody knows this and understands this was, I think, a concept that I feel a lot of people misunderstood. You know what I mean? Because you think you know the rules, you think you know the regs, and then you don't. And like what you think you might have known could realistically no longer be the case. So you have to be up to date, you have to understand everything, and you have to be on top of everything that's happening.
Things are unclear, things are changing. It's just, all the time in cannabis. Absolutely.
Yep.
Thank you so much, Max.
You're very
Appreciate
welcome.
it.
My pleasure.
I'm Dina Naguib here at IgniteIt Chicago. Really excited. I have Emily Fabri here. Excited to ask you the question I've been asking everyone. So, what do you know now that you wish you knew when you started in cannabis?
That there are real women out here to support and empower each other. This is an industry filled with men, and in one place that we can actually come together in a world where we aren't always raised, that women support one another in their ambitions and their beliefs. And being here at this booth is the proof in exactly what I wish I knew then. So it's nice 7 years later to have found that this does exist across the country.
Absolutely. I'm so glad you said that, because I firmly believe that 2 of the most important things for cannabis are normalization and women, and that's exactly what Smoke Show stands for. So,
Well, thank you for chatting with me today.
Thank you for joining me, Emily.
Absolutely.
I'm Dina Naguib at IgniteIt Chicago. I was really excited. I have Eliza Fisher here, and I'm going to ask you the question I've been asking everyone. So, what do you know now that you wish you knew when you started in cannabis?
I wish I knew that you were able to kind of fine tune the way that you consume to your liking. And so it was almost like you're able to control your experience. And I really like that. And to me, that feels safe, that feels comfortable, and it helps me feel kind of free in experiencing what this plant has to offer.
I love that so much. Absolutely. Thank you so much, Eliza.
Thank you. Seriously.